Alright, how's it going everyone? Kenra here, and we are back playing ICARUS. And in my opinion, I think this is a highly underrated survival, open world crafting building game. In this video, I am going to discuss some notes and tips about this particular mission called Deep Vein Extraction. And the reason why this particular mission is important for us beginning players, it's because this is the first time or our very first opportunity to be able to extract a lot more of those valuable exotics. And the reason why I'm saying a lot more, it's because from one of the earlier missions, I didn't expect it, but I encountered one node of the exotics in one of the caves. And I'm not sure if it was intended or maybe it is, but I didn't bother scouring the entire map or all the cave systems. But yeah, I was lucky enough to get that one or encounter that one, and it yielded maybe 25 to 40 exotics if I'm not mistaken. But from what I am aware of, in this particular mission, we could get as much as 100 or more than 100 exotics. Now, we could probably get those also on some of the missions, but for this one, when we do this, there's actually a path that we can follow, and it was from so full disclosure, I got it from a guy that was from a year ago. So the content creator showed a path that we can follow to get up to or extract from up to 4 exotic nodes. Now, since it was a year ago, maybe more, maybe less, but yeah, around a year ago, with the recent updates, I'm just trying to make sure that we can still follow that, if it's still applicable or not, right? And I guess the other bonus thing about, I guess, my video is that after we've done it, we will try to go back and repeat this mission and see if those nodes are going to be there again. So if that's the case, then we could be talking about, for each drop, maybe 100 plus more, right? And we'll time it and see if it's worth our time or not. Alright, so enough chit chat, and now let's try and do this thing.
This is the zone. It's around here somewhere. That, my friend, is exotics. They'll want a little more than that, though.
Okay, there you go. So it's safe to say that the guide that we were following from a year ago is still applicable. So there are still 4 nodes that was easy to find on this mission. Though do be careful though, because you are still going to be going inside the glacial area. It's a very hostile environment. You need to be prepared for the cold weather, sorry, and maybe there will be storms along the way. So there you go, and obviously the polar bears. So I didn't encounter any scorpions or mammoths, but the polar bears alone are a pain in the butt. So yeah, do take note of that. And for this next one that we are going to do is we're going to redo the mission, see if the 4 nodes will actually still be there. And the thing that I'm going to be doing new or different this time is I don't think I needed to over prepare, or I think I over prepared from the first mission, right? I don't think we needed to build all that stuff. Yeah, this time I think to maximize efficiency or maybe shorten the mission time, we'll just build and craft enough so that we will be able to forge the iron and copper and whatever other materials we will need to be able to build that extraction thing that we call in from space, right? And where we send all those exotic ores up back to space again to our station. So yeah, just enough for that, and maybe even prepare a little bit for the cold weather this time. For battling the polar bears, I think we did good enough there. So yeah, just don't be overconfident, I guess. And I think that's it. So let's try to redo this mission again. Here we go.
The Assembly don't trust anyone, but they need help. They think they've got a... Working with the Assembly's a smart bet, and they're moving faster than anyone out here. This is the zone. It's around here somewhere. That, my friend, is exotics. They'll want a little more than that, though.
Alright, we just confirmed that you can actually repeat this particular mission over and over, and those exotic nodes will continue popping up on the same place and in the same area or every time. Well, at least in these 2 runs that I showed you, right? And in this particular run, the second one, we actually got lucky because I found 2 nodes of exotics in that cave. So that's pretty interesting. So we can say that between the first and second run, I have 120, I think, in the first run and 150 on the second, something like that. And it took me around between 45 minutes to an hour, or I think that's how long it might take. And maybe some of you could probably do it for less, right? Especially since we found out that you can actually plop down a bed in the cave, since it's considered a shelter. And you can also plop down if you have those, the furnace, is it? Equivalent in the workshop, so that you can just melt the iron and copper inside the cave. And then once you have those iron ingots and copper ingots, you can call down the equipment so that you can send off the exotic ores to space, right? Yeah, so that will pretty much might bring down your runtime considerably. What else? Yeah, I think that's going to be it for now for this video. Do tune in again next time as I continue to find out some more ways or some more tips and notes for you, especially our beginner players, right? For the advanced players, you probably already know this, but if you haven't and you happen to watch this and it helped, then I'm glad. So, and for some of you who actually have a few tips and notes that's not too obvious, yeah, feel free to put it in the comment section below. Alright, till next time, Kenra here, bye bye.